Hi everybody. In this demonstration, we're going to create additional NodePools for our target cluster. So let's click the Linux Windows nodes this time, and it will redirect us to how to create the NodePools. And from the previous demonstration, if you look at the target cluster creation, we're going to see that our load balancer is created. It is the last VM that is created. And control plane is created, and 3 worker nodes are created. So this is our load balancer, this is our control plane, and 3 worker nodes are created. So let's execute this command: get -AKS ACI cluster. So it will list all the clusters in my AKS hybrid environment. So as you can see, from the provisioning state, it is deployed, and it contains one node pool named Linux pool, and control plane VM size, and the name of the AKS ACI cluster, the target cluster. So let's create our target node pools. If you follow the documentation, so it says that add a node pool. So we support Linux and Windows node pools. So let's copy this comment, and let's look at the comment. Oops, I could copy. Let's try one more time. Okay, so cluster name, let's change the cluster name to prod-cls. So this is the cluster name of our target cluster. Windows node pool, the name of the node pool that we're going to create, and the node pool count size, and the OS type. OS type, as we discussed, it can be either Linux or it can be either Windows. This time we're creating a Windows, but also we can set the VM size from here, but I don't want to set it. Or let's pass the parameter A for V2. Or let's select from again, get AKS ACI VM size. So this comment will list all available VM sizes. Let's select again D4 V3 VM size. So let's press enter to create our second node pool for our Windows workloads. It will take a couple of minutes to create our Windows node pool. We can observe the installation phase from get AKS ACI cluster comments. Let's wait a couple of seconds. It will show me the status. So Windows node pool is creating. So in this demonstration, what we achieved is actually we add one worker node, but this time it is Windows, and this is the node pool, and this is another node pool. So I can deploy my workloads to either Linux, or if you have Windows type containers, you can deploy to the node pool that we created a couple of seconds ago. So it will take 1 minute to 3 minutes, depending on your physical machine status. Thank you so much. And this time, let's create a Linux node pool after creation of the Windows node pool. But let's execute this command: get AKS ACI cluster to list our target cluster first of all, and see the Windows node pool is created. So Windows node pool is created, and everything is up and running. So let's create a new Linux node pool. So Windows notebook. So the only thing, there are some parameters that I changed. So cluster name will stay as ProCLS because our target cluster name is ProCLS. Okay, let's rename it like Linux small notebook. Count is 1, let's set it to 2, OS type will be Linux, and VM size, I'm going to change the VM size to a small one. So if you execute get AKS ACI VM size command, it will list the VM sizes. So this time let's select standard A2V2 and let's press enter. So let's observe that the VMs will be spin up a couple of seconds later. And this time I will wait to spin up the notebook. Yes, the first one is created and the second one is created. As you can see, they're off. A couple of seconds later, it will be up and running. And what we have done is, actually, if you go back to our diagram, and we created, again, 2 worker nodes. And this node-pool name is different than this node-pool. These are Linux worker nodes and 1 Windows node. So yes, our VMs are up and running right now. I'm waiting for this command to finish, but let's get the kubeconfig file, get AKS ACI credential dash name. Our target cluster name is prod-cls. So I'm getting the kubeconfig file, and our notebook creation is finished. So I will execute kubectl get nodes to list all my nodes available for my target cluster. So as you can see, 30 seconds ago and 44 seconds ago, my Linux node pools are created, and the other Linux pools, I think these ones, and this is the one that is for Windows. If we execute -o-white, we can understand from the operating systems. Here we go. So I executed kubectl get nodes -o-white, and as you can see, they are my Linuxes. And this one is Windows 2019 data center. So I can deploy my Windows workloads to this node pool. I can deploy my Linux workloads to one of these node pools and VMs. Thank you.